Hi group number ones, welcome to this week's reading. This week we are doing a collective checkup. A collective checkup is just where I do a Celtic spread and I ask the cards for advice and your guides for advice about where you are and what's going on. And yeah, that's basically it. And it's just to help me and your guides direct my content a little bit more so that I kind of know what kind of struggles everybody's dealing with, so I can try and give you content that's relevant to you as a collective. So this is the card that I pulled for you guys. It is from a Kunyin Oracle deck. This is Sweeping Sister Willow. I am going to read you the card after we do the complete spread. And we are also going to pull an animal spirit card for you at the very end. So let's get started, shall we? This reading always has a lot of cards, so let's get started. I am using my Hutch Tarot today for you guys. It is one of my very favorite decks, and it's a personal favorite of mine. I like to use it when I'm doing Celtic crosses for myself. So let's do it, shall we? Guides of my group number ones, would you please give me all the information you can about group number one and where they are at, please? And do that, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this spread needs a lot of room. There's a lot of cards. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to tell you what each position means as we pull it and look at the card. And I'm just going to do one at a time. So let's get going, shall we? So let's start with the middle here. The middle is your current state, whatever you are, your current state of affairs, how you're feeling at the moment, what's going on with you personally right now. And the card that we have for you is the Five of Wands. Ooh, interesting. The Five of Wands talks about conflict. It talks about battling and fighting and general not niceness. I don't know if this is talking specifically about you or a situation that you find yourself in, but our current state is upheaval, is basically what this card means. We're in a state of fight or flight. We're in a state of fighting for position, fighting for space, fighting for our right to exist, that kind of thing. So it's a conflict heavy card. So let's look at what is behind you, shall we? This card back here is what is behind you. And the card that we have for you guys is the Wheel. Oh, interesting. This is the Wheel of Fortune. And this particular Wheel of Fortune depicts an ant on a leaf floating down a river. This one always brings up to me like the struggle of life, like the constant change and fluctuation in the struggle of life, and how you know, some days you're just really down and some days you're amazing, and then the very next day you're down again. You know, it's just the constant cycle of the world as it shifts and changes. So this card in particular talks to me about struggle, about trying to keep your head above water, about working really hard to keep your head above water. And that card is behind you. So it gives me this sense of hope and prosperity that is behind you. We are starting to see the wheel turn towards releasing of the struggle now. It is slowly shifting. So let's see what is crowning you. This card up here is what is crowning you. And we have the Two of Pentacles. So your crown is what is on your mind recently, or what is occupying your thoughts for right now, or what makes you feel proud of yourself, things like that. And currently, because it is the Two of Pentacles, we're seeing a struggle for balance. Again, more struggle. We're trying to balance between two things. Maybe it's work-life balance, like everybody is struggling with right now, or it could be between two people, or it could be all kinds of things. But this is a struggle to find and maintain balance in your life. Yeah. Another level of struggle in your current state, which is interesting. So, moving on, the next card we have for you is what is ahead of you. This is on the path right before you, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. He is the most determined, most patient of the knights. And when I see the Knight of Pentacles here before me, I really think of, if it's ahead of you, what I'm seeing ahead of you is planning, is learning how to take it slow, learning how to manage your means, how to find a steady forward progress instead of bolting forward and hitting walls. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you're not ready for that yet. Instead of doing that, finding the slow, constant progress that the Knight of Pentacles does. It also talks about saving money and that kind of thing. So slow, steady progress is what is ahead of you. Yet you might not be getting out of this struggle as quickly or as rapidly as us humans would really love, but it is going to move forward in a direction. So that's nice. The next card we have for you is what is at your feet? And the card you guys have is the Two of Wands. Wow. At your feet is a crossroads. A new path, a new way forward, a new choice of direction. Yeah, so no wonder you are at an impasse in your own mind, in your own heart, this like struggle, this balance. You have reached a crossroads that is a really important one, it seems. But this crossroads has been given to you because you are unhappy with where you have been. You have just been surviving and you want to be moving forward. So that is a lot for your current state of affairs. But let's see what this Tower of Stuff has for us here. So this bottom card at the bottom of this pile is what your friends, family think about this whole thing, what their influence is. That's what it is. The influence is around you, what their input is into all of this struggle. And the card we have for you is something I have to cover up boobies on. The card we have for you guys is the Page of Swords. This Page of Swords is a harpy. So this is a more aggressive version of the normal Page of Swords. The Page of Swords, how I would describe them normally, is that friend who just does not stop talking, who's just like, oh my gosh, and what if we did this, and what if we did that, and what if we blah, 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 blah. This is the person that's always thinking, that's always like aggressively like trying to change our mindsets and things like that. But in this version, it seems that our friends and relatives are a bit of a nag, a bit of negative influence. Like not all the way. Obviously, this is still a page. It's still a pretty positive card. They're not saying all the way, but they're saying your guides are like, hey, we know your relatives, your friends have been nagging at you to do all the things. We're not saying they're wrong, but their approach is not jiving with you, and we get that. So this isn't one of the influences in your life. What I would suggest to you is taking their advice with grains of salt. Like, if it doesn't feel right for you, it might not be. And also know that the people who are really trusted around you, if you're getting this nagging feeling from them, like, you still trust them. So try and take their advice with a grain of salt. Maybe they don't mean it to sound as naggy as it is sounding. So try and trust them that they mean well. They're trying to help. So try and take their stuff with a grain of salt and kind of ignore the little nag sound in what they're trying to tell you. Try and put a filter over it, you know? Okay, so that's our friends and family. The next one is, what is your attitude towards this situation? And we have the Hierophant. Ooh, I love this for you guys. Yeah, this crossroads, this change, this struggle to change, it is a window onto the divine, is how I would put it. Like, your attitude towards it is that this is going to change you as a person, and this is going to bring you closer to the divine. That is a great attitude to have about change, because sometimes we can view change very fearfully, and it can stop us from doing a lot of important things. I, myself, have this struggle immensely. So having this attitude of, I'm going one step closer to my divine purpose, or if you're not a religious person, maybe your higher purpose, whatever you subscribe to, you're headed towards something greater. That is the attitude here. I love that for you guys. That's great. That's awesome. So the next card that we have here, this card talks about our fears and hopes. And the card we have for you guys, is the Eight of Swords. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense for me. Your fears and hopes have become kind of this burden to you. They're kind of like blocking off your view of anything else, because our hopes and fears are just things in our mind, right? They're just possibilities that could happen, and we're focusing so much on the possibility, we're not focusing on the now and what's actually happening to us in the current moment. So because of that, we are tying ourselves up with all these hopes and fears of the future, when we should just be focusing on the now and experiencing now and trying to make now's decisions. Like, not worry about future ours decisions. We should worry about today's decisions. Okay? So, and then the last card we have is the outcome of this situation. And the card we have for you guys is the Five of Swords. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah, so your guides are saying the struggle is not going to leave completely. That's just the nature of the beast. But we are taking our goods and going in a new direction. We are forging a new path for ourselves. We are taking what is rightfully ours and leaving maybe a harmful situation or a job or something. We're moving away from something harmful to us. So it's still going to be a struggle. There's still that struggle there, but there's movement away from the harmful, which is lovely. So, last but not least, I am going to, where'd I put it? Here it is. I'm going to pull you a card from my Animal Spirits deck. And we're gonna read our Arcanian Oracle. And that will be your whole reading, okay, you guys? I very much relate with you guys, my group number ones. I totally get this. Especially now during the holidays, there's always struggles. All right, so let's see. Guys, could you give me one final parting message for my group ones? Thank you. Aw, so you guys got the otter. He's super cute. Pretty sure he's water. I'm gonna look him up though. You guys got the otter. I'm gonna put him right here. I know that's very heavy on this side, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna read you the otter, and I'm gonna read you the sister, and that will be your reading. Otter. Water energy. Unobstructed joy, playfulness, and contentment. Aw, that's nice. Perhaps the most joyful creature within the animal spirit deck, the otter, represents absolute bliss. Otter energy is the playfulness of a child, available to us at any age. They have the giddiness and reverence for life itself, without the presence of doubt, worry, or skepticism. Imagine yourself with a little more otter energy. What would life look like? What would it take to bring you there? The otter card begs these questions and wants to transport us to that precious place as soon as possible. The celebration awaits. When this energy is in balance, it is full of love and needs nothing. When it is out of balance, it is gloomy and sighs and makes silly excuses. To bring it into balance, have a dance party or a celebration. Aw, that's really sweet. And then last but not least, we're going to read your Kunyin Oracle card. Wow, that's hard to say. Sweeping Sister Willow. Here is healing that brings with it forgiveness and the release of old pain. As Sweeping Sister Willow gracefully sweeps any sadness and pain from your heart and soul. Your time for a greater inner freedom is drawing, and the cleansing of sadness and healing of forgiveness create the pathway to that greater freedom now. You deserve this freedom, and you are swiftly becoming ready to claim it. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, movement away from the harmful. That's beautiful. I love this for you guys, group number ones. I wish you luck on this great journey at these crossroads that you are facing. I know you can do it. I will see you all in the next reading. Would you please like, comment, and subscribe? That helps me out so much. And I can't wait to see you all in the next reading. This was Pan. Bye, you guys.